Helen Pryor remembers staying up late at night in 2018, looking at her newborn son and thinking about a new UN report showing the consequences of the planet warming 2 degrees Celsius.
I kind of couldn't understand why we weren't taking more action.
Life-threatening heat waves, water shortages, flooding, the loss of almost all coral reefs.
And that prompted me to kind of look at psychology research in terms of environmental behaviours and behaviour change.
Pryor is a music psychologist at the University of Hull in England, so she thinks a lot about how music can influence emotions and behavior. In her paper, How Can Music Help Us Address Climate Change?, she cites the Great Animal Orchestra, a soundscape of animal recordings captured in their natural habitats. She also references a heavy metal song called Amazonia by Gojira, which laments the destruction of the rainforest. And there's also How Long by Vampire Weekend, a song about the demise of Los Angeles.
How long till we sink and it's only you and me? How long, how long?
Research shows music can help people break habits and exercise for longer, but
there isn't actually very much empirical evidence that links the power of music with environmental behaviour specifically.
That was my aha moment. Let's just use music instead of a sculpture.
Artists like Stefan Crawford understand that music can communicate urgency in ways other mediums can't, and that can drive change. Crawford founded the Climate Music Project to make climate science personal. This is one of their commissioned pieces by Eric Ian Walker called simply Climate.
We're here to really facilitate action, to help people understand the urgency of action and also understand that it's only urgent because we can still do something about this crisis.
The Climate Music Project brings together scientists, musicians, and composers.
The scientists we've worked with have all the souls of artists, and the artists we work with tend to have a little bit of a analytical mind bent as well, so it's worked really well.
This piece is called What If We, and it tells the story of climate change. Musician Wendy Loomis composed it.
We came up with the idea of having the bass represent the landmass and the drums represent the water. Our drummer was thrilled to be able to wipe everybody out.
It features original poetry by Royal Kent.
Eagle leaves fire in her wake. Tiger's life is at stake. Eagle descends with a crushing blow. Tiger defends, as you know, in a mighty leap.
The piece ends on a hopeful note, reminding people we can still take steps to address climate change.
What has been revealed to us all, we call climate change.
Some climate change music is based on data points, like temperatures or changes in sea level. The music can sound pretty bleak.
It's interesting to point your camera at issues of concern, and that I think is partly what I find myself doing.
Chris Chafe is the director of Stanford University's Center for Computer Research in Music and Acoustics. He's a composer and cellist. Here he is playing the metered tide, which uses sea level data from over 100 years of rising waters in San Francisco. So, can art save us? Chafe's art has sometimes preceded progress in science and propels us towards solutions. The electric guitar brings that point home for him.
Go back to the 30s and you can say, humanity started to learn chaos with their ears. And today it's ubiquitous in mathematics.
But time is also running out. Antarctic blue whales are singing their own siren songs. Their tone's deeper now, possibly to cut through the noise of melting sea ice. Like whales, artists are also adapting, creating music to make sure we hear and do something about the melting icebergs. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Holly J. McDede.